So today we'll solve GET 2021 question. This is a question from real analysis. This is question number 54. It is saying that let x belongs to 0, open 0, closed 1 and consider the decimal representation x equals to point d1, d2, d3 dot 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 dn dot dot dot. Then define a function f from closed 0, 1 to r by fx equals to 0 if x is rational and fx equals to 18 into n if x is irrational. Where what is n? N is the number of zeros immediately after the decimal point up to the first non-zero digit in the decimal representation of x. Then you have to find the limit integral of fx from 0 to 1 dx. Right. So in order to do this, this is the NPTEL reference. This you can look at it. Now let's try to solve this question. So what we have for x belongs to open 0, 1. We have write first x in the decimal representation d1, d2 dot dot dn dot dot dot, because if this we can any number it has a decimal representation. Now we define a function. How the function is defined? fx, so this is 0 if x is rational, so this is q is the rational number, and this is 18 into n if x is irrational. And what is this n? Where n is the number of zeros immediately after the decimal point up to the first non-zero digit. So how this function is defined? So we have to, so let's look at, so suppose some elements it is 0.01, so there, so if it is 0.01, so here n is 1. Suppose this is 0.005, so here n is 3, right? So like this. Now for this we have to find integral 0 to 1 fx dx. So let's first try to understand fx more closely. So suppose this is 0, 1. So this is 0, this is 1, and let's say this is 1 by 10. So this you can also write 0.1. So note that after this point, so everything, so after this point in this, no number has the first decimal expansion in 0. So every number, so here it will be like this. Here it will be 0 0.2, 0 0.3, like this is 0 0.9 and 1, right? So all the number has first decimal expansion non-zero after the first decimal point. So for this here the n will be 0, right? This part. So that's why we do not need in this expansion. So only non-zero n will contribute from this part. So here let me write 0 0.2, 0 0.3 dot 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 0 0.9. So from this part here n is 0 for x irrational. So only n non-zero comes from the first part. Now again we divided it more part. So now let this is 1 by 100, 10 square. So this you can also write 0 0.01, and all the number has after that the first after the first digit of the after the decimal point is only the first point is 0. So like this second point is 0 0.02, like this is 0 0.09. So all this point has n equals to 1. Now again if we zoom this part, so if you zoom this part, so this is 0, and this is 1 by 10 square, right? So I am only zooming this 0 to 1 by 10 square, so this is 0 0.01. So suppose let this is 1 by 10 cube. So this is 0 0.001, like this. So then this one 0 0.002 dot 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 0 0.009. So in this part n is 3, like this, and so on, right? So all the n will come from this part. So 0 to 10, 1 by 10 cube, 1 by 10 to the power 4, like this, and so on, right? So how the function will look like then? So therefore so what is fx? So this is 0 if x belongs to rational number, right? In rational function which takes the value 0, and in this part here n is 0. So if it is between 1 by 10 to 1, this function, and x is irrational, then n is 0, so 18n it will become 0. So in this part it is also 18 into 0, so this is 0 if x belongs to from 1 by 10 to 1, intersection irrationals. Okay, now what happened to from 1 by 10 squared to 1 by 10? So this is this is 10 by 10 square, right? So 1 by 10 square to 10 by 10 square, n is 1. So in this range it is 18 into 1 when x belongs to 1 by 10 square to 10 by 10 square, intersection r minus q. What happened in the next part? So from 1 by 10 cube to 10 by 10 cube, sorry, and here n is 2. Here n is 2 because 2 digits are 0. So in this part from 1 over 10 cube to 10 over 10 cube, n is 2. So 18 into 2, like x belongs to 1 over 10 cube to 10 over 10 cube, intersection r minus q. So like this, then what you will get? 18 into n when x belongs to 1 over 10 to the power n plus 1 to 10 over 10 to the power n plus 1, intersection r minus q, and so on, like this. So we get the explicit form for f. Now we can integrate it. So how the integration will be? Then integration 0 to 1 fx dx. So first we divide it into two parts. This is 0 1 intersection q fx dx plus this is 0 1 intersection r minus q fx dx. Note that this we do not need to, because the Lebesgue measure, this is Lebesgue integral we are finding. So Lebesgue integral, because this part, this is integration over countable set, anyway this does not matter. So these two are anyway equal. And also note that here in q this function is 0, so anyway this is 0, whatever we will do. So this is 0. And for the next part, how we are breaking? So 0 1 intersection r minus q. So these are this set. So let me denote. Let me denote this set to be a0, this set to be a1, a2, an, like this. So then in the irrational part it will be integration over, so because these are all disjoint, so sum of, it will be sum of these. So it will be summation n equals to 1 to or 0 to. So first I am writing 0 differently or sum from n equals to 0 to infinity integration over an fx dx, right. Now note that for a0 the function is 0, on a0 function is 0, so this will be become from n equals to 1 to infinity over an fx dx. Why? As fx is 0 on x belongs to a0. Now what is an? So an is basically this interval intersection irrationals, and in this set complement of this set is the rational, so this is the countable. So on that integral will annually be 0. So integral over this set is same as integral over this intersection irrational, means over an. So this we can replace by n equals to 1 to infinity integral over this set, means 1 by 10 to the power n plus 1 to 10 by 10 to the power n plus 1, and there the functional value is 18 into n. And what is n there? Yeah, dx. Why this is so? As so measure of this set as measure of as integral over some sets, suppose let's say a to b fx dx is same as integral over a to b intersection irrational, because rational set has measure 0 rational numbers. So that's why. Now we have to integrate this. So 18n will came out, and what will be the integration? So it is just integration of 1, so this is 9 by 10 to the power n plus 1, right? So this is the integration. Now we have to sum it up. So 18 to 9 by 10, take the common. Now the summation will be n equals to 1 to infinity n by 10 to the power n. So you have to now sum this series. So if we sum out this series, then this is easy, just do this. So I am just writing it. If you sum this series, what you will get? Basically you will get 10 by 9 square. So cancelling this, you will get basically 2. So the value of the integration what we have got is 2. Right. So therefore value of the integration is 2. Okay.